Reviewed them once and I'll review them again. It's time for Rule of 3 follow-ups, where the projects I found interesting before get a second look. Today's follow-up is Wakfu. Last time I thought of it as a pretty good cartoon despite some issues with writing, structure, and tone. The first 2 episodes were good in their own right, but the third was a great showing of potential, which convinced me to give the rest of season 1 a watch. Will Wakfu continue to be that enjoyable? Let's find out. In the order I did things last time, the theme song still bangs, enough said there. The other music in the show's soundtrack is also really good and fits the mood and settings it's accompanied with. The animation improves as the season progresses. By the end it still looks a little weird at times, but those moments are very few. Most of the time it looks pretty good and fluid, especially during fight scenes, with Nox and Grugel-Oragran's battle being my favorite. As far as voice acting goes, I have almost the same opinion. Some of it's changed though. Jules de Jong was good as Evangeline from the start, but improved quite a bit as Hugo as things went on. I really liked Arthur Bostrom as Nox before and still do, but he loses some points for underperforming when he has to yell. Some of his ability was lost there. I didn't give enough credit to Keir Stewart as Rubelax the first time around, and, while he didn't do that great of a job, credit to Ross Grant for giving it a good try as Percival. Bonus points for the entertaining sounding scream. Writing-wise, my criticisms still apply for the first half of the season. No truly bad episodes, but it's a mixed bag with a few fantastic ones bunched in with mostly average or good but nothing special ones. Things move along a little fast before slowing down with the Gabol Inferno 3-parter, and the characters don't really establish personal connections or reflect much, episode 9 being an exception. The 4th episode was probably the worst of the bunch, with Percival becoming a bit of an asshole and the cursed princesses not learning their lesson at the end, despite the fact that being conceited was what got them into trouble in the first place. With all that said, from episode 13 onward it's a string of consistently great episodes with wonderful storytelling, episode 20 less so than others. I got really enraptured in the lore when Adamai explained to Hugo where they came from and the dragon's backstory. Percival and Evangeline growing closer was a bit rushed, but I'll take it because it started when they were reflecting on the journey up to that point, which again was something the series needed. It kinda felt like the drama between them later on was reliant on everyone just kinda forgetting how Rubelax operates, and they don't rightfully blame Armand for escalating things either, but Percival's redemption and taming of the demon, as well as their interactions in the final battle were enough to make it alright. Nox carried on being a credible villain with a sympathetic backstory. I'd love to see the first special, but I can't find it anywhere. Though some of his methods I have to question. We still don't know the extent of what he did to Alibert or Alibert or however they want his name to be pronounced, and he cures the guy anyway, so what the fuck was the point? He does the same now you're cursed, now you're not thing to Hugo in the final battle too. It confuses the shit out of me. Speaking of the final battle, I liked it a fair bit, but some problems I had were that Ava keeps getting pushed aside to give other characters a big moment, which blows because she's easily the best of the heroes. Rule comes back from his prison escape and does pretty much nothing of consequence. He could have arrived earlier and actually engaged in the fight. The only thing about the show's writing I can say I have consistently disliked is Amalia's characterization. She gives up easily, doesn't contribute much to fights, and spends most of the time either whining or being full of herself. The fact that she has the worst voice acting of the main cast is the rotten cherry on top. I do not like this character very much. Other than her, the show's featured some very nice characterization, and when things really started to get rolling, the plot was a fun ride too. Is it enough to continue? Overall, I enjoyed the first season a lot, and the bittersweet ending revolving around Percival's fate as well as Hugo's hesitation regarding Grugel-Oragran's Deuces and the Elia Cube was some good dramatic stuff that they can build off of in the next season. It was a slow start, but the second half of the season definitely saved it for me. I'm absolutely going to come back to Wakfu at some point and review season 2. I think that sums it up. I hope you liked this Rule of 3 follow-up. I've been Skull902, thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.